Hello everyone. So this is session number 3 for advances in food analysis, and the topic which we'll be covering today is scanning electron microscopy, which is a continuation from the second unit. So what are the advantages of using SEM over optical microscope? So the SEM has a large depth of field which allows a large amount of the sample to be in focus at one time and produces an image that is a good representation of the three-dimensional sample. The combination of higher magnification, larger depth of field, greater resolution, compositional and crystallographic information makes the SEM one of the most heavily used instruments in academic or national lab research areas and industry. The most versatile instrument for a material scientist is, so what can we study in SEM? So we can study topography and morphology, chemistry, crystallography, orientation of grains, in situ experiments, such as reaction with atmosphere, effects of temperature. So there is a high focus on depth, that is, the different cracks or crevices in the rocks can be studied with the help of SEM, and these are the kinds of images which can be seen. So talking about the depth of focus, the SEM typically has orders of magnitude better depth of focus than an optical microscope, making SEM suitable for studying rough surfaces. The higher magnification, the lower depth of focus. So these are the images of the materials or the such as of the metals or elements using a scanning electron microscopy. A modern SEM can be equipped with the various accessories such as a hot stage, the in situ imaging, oxidation of steel at higher temperature. So this is how, as the time passes, we can see a greater clarity in the image. So how do we get an image? So electrons come inside a surface and then the electrons go out or the X-rays go out. In brief, we shoot high energy electrons and analyze the outcoming electrons or X-rays. The instrument in brief. So this is the instrumentation, that is, we have an electronic gun. Okay, the electronic gun, then the electronic gun releases electronic beams. Then there's a condenser lens which condenses the beams and concentrates to a particular point. Then there are scan coils which scans the image to required wavelength, and there's an objective lens, and then objective lens sends to the detectors and where there's a sample. So the scan coils, the magnification is done, and then there's a scan generator, and then it can be displayed. How do we get an image? So there's an electron gun which goes into the sample, and it releases a beam of electrons, and then it goes to a detector as per the release of the electrons or the energy, and then we get an image which is detected and is recorded by the recorder. That's how the process occurs. That's all for this session. Thank you.